Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you guys with me as we go and do the Basildon Half Marathon, where I'm going to try my best to set a new PB. This is going to be a race video like the ones before, but I wanted to throw in a bit of vlogging style stuff in there as well, just because I haven't done that in a long time and I wanted to get back into it. The last few months have been quite tough with work. I've also been studying, and I've also got my son who's growing up now. He's about 8 months old, so he's running around and causing chaos. Lovely to see, but keeps me very busy. It's the evening before the race, so I thought I'd run through a few bits with you guys, like the training that I've done leading up to this, what my plan is, and some other issues I've sort of run into during the training process. But yeah, to start with, I set myself a 12-week training plan, which I made myself. I tried to lower the mileage from what I would usually do, but really increase the intensity. It really did start to work, and I could feel myself getting quicker over the 5 and 10k distance, and I actually set a 10k PB a few weeks ago, which you can see from my other video here. It's definitely working out, but I think I may have overdone it. Because my mileage has been lower, I thought I'd get away with pushing really hard 2 or 3 times a week with workouts. However, this has led me to have quite fatigued legs, and that's led to shin splints and some other issues. The shin splints have really set in probably about 3 weeks ago now, just after the 10k race. It's made me take a step back from the training plan that I was doing, so I more or less took an early taper, which is what I'm going to call it. But yeah, I've managed to get most of the training block done. I think I should still be okay to run a PB. However, I'm not going to hit the time that I originally set myself. So when I created the training plan for this race, I decided to shoot for the stars, and hopefully I would get somewhere close. Even if I fell short, it'd be a big PB for me. So I set the goal of a 1:20 half marathon, which is 6 minutes quicker than my current personal best, so would have been an amazing achievement to get that. And I kind of knew in the back of my mind it probably wasn't realistic, but I thought let's go for it, which is probably what's led to the shin splints, but whatever. With the training that I've done, I think I can PB, but not quite a 1:20. I think I'm going to try and tone it back to 1:22, 1:23 maybe, which sounds a little bit more realistic for me, but is still quite a big PB. It will still be 3 minutes. So yeah, going to be really happy if I can hit 1:23 or even a little bit quicker than that, but we will only be able to see what happens tomorrow. After this race, I am going to try and take a bit of a break from running, probably about a week or so, where I'm just going to go to the gym, get on the bike, things like that, just so that I can relieve some of the pressure that's been building up on my legs during this training block, and hopefully that will help me move into the next block that I do without any problems and without any injuries. So yeah, gonna take it easy after this race. I've also got quite a lot going on in the later part of this year, which means content will probably stay the same or maybe even slow down, but we should be all good for another series of Road to Sub 3 when we go and do Manchester Marathon, which I am feeling a lot more confident with this time around. Even though we're quite far away from it, I think that I'm in a much better position than I was when I was just starting the Brighton Marathon training. So yeah, I think I'm confident with that. The training that I've done for this has definitely helped me out a lot, but yeah, let's see if we can break a half marathon PB tomorrow. In terms of race day gear, I'm going to be using pretty much the same as I did in the last couple of races. I'll show a quick fit lay here so that you guys can see, but it's just going to be my Adidas half tights. I'm going to actually wear my Pitsy running top because this is a club run and it's our hometown, so going to represent the team. In terms of shoe, I've actually got 3 race shoes at the moment on the go. I've got the Puma Fast R2s, the Alpha Fly 3s that I've done most of my other races in this year, and I've also got a pair of the Endorphin Elite 2s. Actually, I've come to the decision that this will be the shoe that I wear, just because it's familiar and I don't think it's going to cause me any problems on race day, and they've still got quite a lot of life in them yet. So these shoes are very different to any other shoe that I've worn. They're very, very squidgy all over, and they're a different feel. I'm not really too sure how they fare with half marathon pace. I've only really taken them out a couple of times and done some marathon pace workouts. I feel like maybe pushing the pace in them isn't going to do great for me, but we'll see. These are great shoes, very grippy, very sturdy, a little bit on the heavier side for me, but the reason I'm not going to wear these tomorrow is simply because they've been giving me a little bit of blisters on the odd occasion, which I don't want to risk that getting 5k in and starting to get blisters. So I'm going to give these a miss. I'll still wear these for other events, probably 5 and 10k's, but yeah, I'm going to go for the old reliable Alpha Fly, at least for now, until I can test out the Endorphin Elite 2s a bit more. I'm going to wrap things up here for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably at the start line. But yeah, I'm going to relax for the rest of this evening, have a really big dinner, which is going to be carbonara. It's generally what I eat the day before a race. I'm going to have a go on my compression boots and yeah, just relax with my son and my wife. Wish me luck, and I'll see you guys at the start line.
Please make sure you keep the volume nice and low as well, so you remain aware of your surroundings.
Good luck, mate. Good luck. Thanks. Let's go.
And here we go, we're off at the start of the Basildon Half Marathon. My goal pace for this race is going to be sub 4 minute kilometres. However, I'm going to be happy with anything that's quicker than an average pace of 4:05, which is my current PB. So just going to go out there, see how I feel and see what pace we end up running. The course for this race starts in the track, goes out onto the road and then comes back at the track at the end. So trying my best here to not go too fast on the track because it's deceiving how fast you're actually going, trying to keep a lid on things and trying to stick with a pack of people that I know. Being a local race, I know quite a few people running this, and I know there's a few people that run a similar sort of pace to me, so I'm going to try and stick in a pack at least for the first 5 or 10k. One of my friends from the Pitsy Running Club, James, has said he's going to try and stick with me, more because he wants to slow down in the first half and then he'll go off in the second half, but I'm going to try and stick with him in the second half if I can.
No. Nice and easy to start.
Kilometre 1 is already
bit
done,
quick, though.
and we've
It's
hit a
all good.
3:59. A little bit quicker than what we was going for, but still happy with that. Quite a lot of downhill in that first kilometre, so was expecting a bit of a quicker one. The support for this course was amazing, especially for the club runners. Here we just go past one of the Pitsy Run Club cheer zones, and as you can see from the photo they took, we're nicely tucked into a pack here. We're just at the front, so you can't see people in my video, but there's quite a few of us all bunched up together, and we're all trying to keep it around the same sort of pace. The camera I'm using, the Insta360 Go 3S, only has about 20 to 25 minutes worth of battery life on it, so I'm going to only record periodically, so sometimes you might get a few splits all come up at the same time. Just like now, with the second, third and fourth kilometres coming in at 3:56, 4:07 and 3:52. As you can tell, the third kilometre was a little bit uphill, and the other two were flat / downhill, but yeah, sticking around the same sort of pace, so really happy with the way things are going at the moment.
Yeah, feeling good, you?
Okay, so coming up to the 5 kilometre mark, and the pack is starting to break apart a little bit. I'm slowing down slightly, James is sticking with me, and a couple of the other guys are heading off. There's another guy that I'm running alongside here with, Paul. Just shortly after this video he makes a bit of a break for it, but we'll see if I can catch him up in the end of the race. Kilometre 5 is a 4:04, still a sensible pace, but I am slowing it down a little bit. I can feel that if I keep pushing and going for those sub 4 kilometres, it might be a problem later on in the race. I wasn't checking my heart rate either, but as you can see, that shot right up as well. That's sort of normal for me in a race, but I would like it to be a little bit lower this early on. Kilometre 6, 4:08, and it's another sensible one. We slowed down very slightly, but it's a little bit hilly in this part of the course. Nothing too major, but enough to sort of knock a few seconds off each kilometre. But yeah, the pack has really split apart now. It's just me and James. Everyone else has sort of shot off ahead. We'll see whether or not it was too early to do that as we go forward. We'll see if we can catch up with them later. So I mentioned at the start of this video that I've had some issues with shin splints leading up to this race, more in the last few weeks than the rest of the training block, but right here in the race is where I started to sort of feel a bit of a twinge in my leg. It was nothing too much, not really slowed me down, but I could tell that if I was to carry on and keep pushing harder, I was probably going to make it worse. So really wanted to ease off and sort of take it easy in the middle part of the race, and then maybe try and see if we can pick it up later down the line. So started to slow a little bit here, but nothing too much, still giving it a good steady pace.
Yeah, I know.
Kilometre 7 has come in at 4:03, with kilometre 8 and 9 shortly after coming in at 4:08 and 4:16. 4:16 was because there was a bit of a little hill, still trying to float around that 4:10 mark, and hopefully we can try and pick things up later in the race, and with the time we made up at the start we should hopefully be able to average around that 4 minute per kilometre mark. So James is starting to pull in front of me here, which means out of everyone in the pack, I'm now last. I'm going to try my best to keep up with James. I don't want to lose him just yet, I want to try and stick with him until hopefully around the 12 to 15 kilometre mark. I know he's a lot quicker than me, and he'll probably shoot off around the end of the race, but it seems like he's trying to pick things up now, and I'm sort of slowing down a little bit. So I'm going to try and pick myself back up, try and keep the pace where I want it to be.
Thank you.
Coming up to the turnaround point now, and we can see the leaders of the race as well as some other people who have got ahead of us during the beginning of the race, including Paul, who you'll see shortly. He's not that far in front of me. I thought he was a lot further, but it seems like either he slowed down a little bit or we've started to speed up and catch up with him a little bit more.
Come on, Paul.
Okay, we've hit the turning point here and we're coming back on ourselves now, almost halfway through the race. As you can see though, the sign wasn't very clear. I think quite a few people, including James, went past that last cone and thought that was where you turn around because that's where the sign was, but you're actually supposed to go around the sign. Only about 5 meters difference, but yeah, going to try and catch up with James now. He's got a little bit more of a lead in front of me, but let's see if we can get him. There goes Ben, another one of the Pixie Running Club members, and he is looking strong at this point in the race. I need to try and pick things up to make sure he doesn't catch me here.
Thank you.
Here we go, just before the 10k mark, I've managed to catch back up with James. It's a slight downhill here, so I've taken advantage of that, put my foot down a little bit to catch back up with it.
Thank you.
Kilometre 10 is coming in at a 4:09. The second 5k of this race has come in quite a lot slower than the first. I've really settled down, slowed the pace down and tried to reserve some energy. I don't want to burn all my matches early on in the race and then not have anything for the last 5k or so. So I'm going to try and keep things easy. I know I've got a bit of a hill coming up and then we can really start to put our foot down after that.
10k in. Thank you. Pretty much halfway.
I feel quite strong at the moment.
It's because she kept it easy at the start. I'm not feeling the best, but I'm going to push. Keep pushing.
A few more kilometres have gone by now and James is way ahead of me. I can just see him off in the distance, but yeah, there's no catching him now. He's sped up and I've slowed down a little bit, so just going to run my own race here. Kilometres 11, 12 and 13 have come in a bit slower than I was hoping, with 4:05, 4:11 and a 4:15. As I say, hoping for a little bit quicker than that. It's not done too much damage to my overall time and pace, but I really need to start putting my head down, start getting things picked up. The issue is that I'm sort of having a bit of a mental battle with myself because I can feel there is a little bit of an issue in my leg. I'm thinking to myself that maybe today's not the day for a PB, but then I'm also telling myself that I don't care and I'm going to push and do everything that I can to get that PB. So it's a bit of a mental battle at the moment, but as you'll see shortly, I do catch up with some people from the start of the race and it does give me a little bit of a spark to move forward.
Thank you.
After a bit of a battle in my head, I've managed 4:05 for kilometre 14, which is looking a lot better. The pace has come down quite a bit here. I just need to keep this up and hopefully we'll still be on for that personal best. We're just about to start going up a few hills here, but kilometre 15 has come in at 4:13. Still happy with that, but right in front of me in the distance, I can see Paul from earlier. I can see he's slowing down and I'm starting to catch him now. James is way ahead of him. I just need to try and put my head down and see if we can get him. At the start of this race, we had a few long, slow downhill parts of this course. However, we're now turning back on ourselves and we're about to go up those long, slow hills. So I'm going to try my best to push up them. I think I'm going to lose a few seconds here on each kilometre, but it's nothing that I'm too worried about. Just going to push, keep my head down and try and get up this. Kilometre 16, 4:13, and here we go. We're catching Paul. We're just about to go past.
Come on. 5k left, let's do it.
Tried to give him a bit of a spur on there to see if he'd stick on my tail, try and get him to pick up his pace a bit, but I think the hill has really got him here. It was a bit of a nasty hill, but I had him to chase, so had something to hunt down. Chasing Paul up that hill has made me realise that with some friendly competition you can do a lot more than you think you can. So this guy in the grey in front of me is next on my list for me to take, so I'm going to try and get in front of him as best as I can. Kilometre 17, 4:22, a bit slower than I was hoping for, but that was the big hill that I was talking about earlier. I'm happy to be at the top of it now. I'm going to really try and put my foot down, finish strong with these last few kilometres. I can see these guys in front of me pulling away now, and I really need to try and get my head in the game, put my foot down and pick up the pace. As you can see here, start to lower that pace about 10 seconds, which does start to help me catch up with them. Kilometre 18, 4:04, managed to pick up the pace a little bit, but we're heading off the road now through the park, so just need to stay strong. The guy in front of me in the grey, who I was trying to catch, has just lost his hat on that tree branch. I tried to grab it as I went past to try and give it to him at the finish line, but I didn't manage to grab it, so sorry about that. You're going to have to try and find it on your own. Kilometre 19, 4:15. I have slowed a little bit here. To be honest, I'm not looking at pace anymore. I'm just pushing and trying to do the best that I can with the time that I've got left. So yeah, I'm not really paying attention, just trying to catch people in front of me. The penultimate kilometre is coming at 4:17. Again, a little bit slower than I was hoping for, but not really paying too much attention here. I've got my eyes set on those pink socks ahead of me. I want to try and get in front of them. Just managed to get in front of the two people from before. So yeah, I'm going to keep pushing, see what we can do.
on, let's do it.
Just managed to get ahead of the pink socks guy, but now we've got no one else in front of us to chase down, and I feel like he was looking a lot stronger than I was, so really need to try and make sure I don't lose my position again. I'm just going to try and push as hard as we can.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on.
Back into the track now, 250 meters to go, and as you can tell by the look on my face here, I'm absolutely loving it. Here we are, final bend of the track, and oh no, my camera's died at the worst possible time. Thankfully, my amazing wife was here and took a video of me going over the finish line, and we managed the last kilometre in 4:01, giving us an overall finishing time of 1:26.54. Not quite the personal best that I was hoping for, but super happy with that still. It wasn't too far off our personal best, and considering everything that happened leading up to the race, I'm really happy with that. I'm going to try and take a break from running in the next week or so, just to try and let my legs reset, try and get over this injury. I'd rather take a bit of time off now than keep making it worse and then it never gets better. Thank you to everyone who stuck around and watched the video all the way to the end. Please do hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help me out. But yeah, until next time, thank you all for watching.